Right, come on then. Hello. Planning and preparation prevents P-poor performance. And this is a P-poor performance. How are we all? Yes, we've got snow coming at the weekend, I believe. Right. So what I planned for tonight, yeah, is because I've got stuff drying and everything and nothing I can really work on, is a nice, comfortable night. And what I thought was, I'd get Pinky and Perky, yeah, and we'd sit down and I'd actually really start to plan out my castle build. And it's dead easy, you know, I'll get some graph paper out, I'll get me I'll get me ruler, and, you know, my pens and everything. Which are normally in this drawer here. This one right here. And they're not. Now, I know that the boy was mumbling about them earlier in the week. And so I think I've been raided. Which is just my luck. So, who've we got? I see Fran, James, Will, Jonathan, Laugh, Kilbride, Insane, Dar, Stemmer, Bleed, Pagan, Brian, Bill, Daniel, Dave, Larissa. Anyone know what the best type of PVC glue? PVA, you mean? Glue for those foreground buildings? Any PVA glue will do well for them. So yeah. I haven't even got a ruler. Not even a ruler. But we will soldier on regardless. Because I really want to start thinking about my castle build. Yeah, and I see Miko, Larissa, lots of people in. 80 of you according to that. So we're going to, as always, yeah, in Mel style, we're going to soldier on regardless. Okay, so let's see what we can do about this. Because this is what it's about, isn't it? Yeah, if anything, yeah, my life has been summed up by life really throwing me curveballs. And somehow we've always managed to climb on top. So, let's climb on top and figure it out. I can't believe. I mean, literally, I've spent the last sort of 15 minutes rummaging around the entire house looking for graph paper. I have an entire pad of it. That's sods. Right. So, our calculations will have to be a little bit rougher, won't they? Yeah, I think that's the only way. What was that one? That was the design of the studio. Looks nothing like that now. What was that? Bunker complex? Where's part 4 of the trench? Drying. That's where it is. Waiting to be sprayed with matte varnish and then have the water effects on and then it's done. Right. Ruler. I must have something I can use as a ruler. Kaz? Have you got a ruler?
The daughter pinched it.
The daughter pinched it. See, this is what our life is.
And my scientific calculator Corbin had.
Corbin's had your scientific calculator.
You can't have anything in this house, honestly. Not at all.
I've looked.
I can make you one.
With inches?
Yeah.
The challenge has been set. I'm going to sit here while Kez makes me a ruler with inches on. Mel, a CD case works wonders. I don't think we've even got any CDs left. I use a book spine. Yeah, we can follow up. I mean, I've got a classic here. We could do a read along if worse goes to worse, because it's one of those number adventures. And what we could do, we could vote on it. I'm not sure we'll do the rules bit. We'll just say we won each one. We have a dagger, a magic carpet, and the option of one talisman of your choice, and if you choose to take it, a lucky bottle. What talismans? I'm not looking up loads of rules and stuff like that now. Story time with Mel. Use the picture frame behind you. Not a chance in hell. That's a Fred. Whatever happened to Mel's D-Day scenery with the bunkers and the rocky cliff? It's War Games UK up in Southport. Plundered like a prize string. Yeah, the kids are awful for it. Absolutely awful. They just raid. I haven't hidden any down there, have I? Oh, have I? No. No, I'm not. No. Little sods. We have got lines on this piece of paper, so worst comes to worst, Mel can do some interesting maths. There's a thing, a Hero Quest Choose Your Own Adventure book. Indeed. Well, you know the size of your money, USD, are 6 inches long. Are they really? Are US notes 6 inches long? Darth has read that one. We can't do that one then. Are you secretly Jackanory? I used to love Jackanory, you know. Really did. For you guys outside the UK, Jackanory is basically, it's a child's story time, and what they used to do was bring famous actors in and famous people, and they'd read a child's book. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson did it once, didn't he? I know loads of people. I know when Tom Hardy did it, most of the females in in the UK just melted. Turn to page 396, Professor Snape. Make it a lava castle. No. I was thinking about the idea of the castle. And a long time, you know, the idea of doing this castle build has existed for a long time. But I've never really nailed down the style of it. And then we were talking on the Sunday Nighter about Mordheim. That'd make an excellent castle project, done in the style of Mordheim. So, that's what I'm thinking for the style. Are you likening your kids to plunder in Urukai? Yes, I am. The Death Trap Dungeon books. Corbin's got a few of those upstairs. I saved a load of mine. He loved them. Mel, where are the last two live chats? I think Google's YouTube's either messing around, or for some reason they're automatically getting us unlisted. But they should be in the playlist underneath. If they're not, after this live show, I'll go and I'll manually add them to the playlist and make sure they're in there. Castle needs matriculations. Empty moats. Ooh. Rumours bound that Mordenheim is coming back. Could be interesting. Game of Thrones style. Yeah, a little bit like that. Mordenheim is a style of its own, to be perfectly honest. It's a ruined fantasy medieval style. And it's nice. It's very challenging modelling wise, which is why when I was thinking of it, it automatically fell. You know what I mean? It automatically made sense that, yeah, let's go for that. Lots of gatehouses. Oh, yeah. So, how are you doing with the ruler?
I'm doing.
How far through are you?
Nearly done.
Nearly done. Is it in inches?
Yeah.
How's she done it in inches? So yeah, tonight, with the aid of... Right. That's the brain, and that's Pinky. Okay, so with Pinky... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'll be taking you along, and on this, sort of coming up with the ideas of where things are going to go and what I want on it and what's realistically achievable, yeah, depending on how much room we have, because this is a 6x4. Oh, it's a reasonable project. I mean, let's list down the features that we want in it. Okay, so let's be realistic. We want a castle. Okay, realistically, the things that I want to sort of incorporate in it. Okay, which way up is this book? That way round. So we'll use this side of this paper. Okay, so obviously we want a castle, don't we? Yeah, I'll go full main screen. Thank you. I'm not just another gamer guy. You could do a forest and then make a hill and a forest, and then the hill could have a hill. It could. Frostgrave style. Frostgrave is kind of Mordenheim with snow. From a modelling point of view, you know what I mean? When you think of styles and stuff like that, whenever I think of Frostgrave, it's like Mordheim. I've got to stop calling it Mordenheim. Mordheim, yeah, with snow. Oh, I figure you use graph paper. I would if the kids hadn't nicked it.
There you go.
Bloody hell, she has as well. And she's done the markings. Kez, it's not straight. Right, okay. That's a ding on YouTube for this one.
Could not hear me from there.
Yeah. Really?
And it doesn't start until 20.
Well, I have a ruler. It's what you call it on the videos and what's been uploaded lately, the live chats. I don't know what's going on, to be truthful.
Try and
Yeah.
get that one out of there, but I can't get the screws out.
Can you not? Okay.
It's straighter than that one, but I can't get
It's alright, I'll do, don't worry. We'll soldier on.
That's all I can do, I haven't got anything else.
Alright, babe, thank you. So, as I was saying, what was I saying? No, on the live shows, YouTube seems to be doing strange things about where it's putting them and what it's uploading. There's a couple that are still processing, yeah, from a couple of weeks ago that I just don't think will ever appear on the channel, which is annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it because it's just processing. I have no access to publish it or do anything with it, yeah, which, as I said, is annoying. It's also, it should add them to the, it should add them to the uploads, and it should add them to the, to the playlist at the bottom, and it isn't. So, what I'll do from now on is I'll just do a manual check and make sure they are included and they are in the right places for you guys. My kids loot me all the time, but I don't get even. I loot them right back. See, I'd raid Corbyn's room, but the state of it at the minute... Let's make something realistic. Several months later, perfect recreation of Honor Londo. I don't know what Honor Londo is, but I know Londo. Yeah! How big are we making our castle? Well, let's draw some lines, shall we? Right. We know that we're going to be doing it. Let's slap bang in the middle while we just get some idea of some sizes. Now, I can't go to 12 inches, yeah, which would be 2 inches per foot. I want to do a 6x4. So, tell you what. It's not just you. I've seen streams vanish on other channels. Right, I'm glad to hear that it's not just me having the YouTube problem. Yeah, let's switch down there. God, that Stream Heroes looks a bit naff. Oh yeah, Stream Heroes. Yeah, if you do like the channel and all that, links down in the bottom. I'm not getting notifications at the minute, so I will do manual checks. Do a quick one and then I'll check in a little while. Just don't want to make sure I've missed anyone. And then we'll jump onto this. No, nothing. Right, cool. Right. So, how's that on the screen for everyone? You alright with that? It's not the best of cameras. I need to get a better HD camera for that, and I need to come up with some sort of table rig thing so I can do this and look straight down. But it should be good enough to get us started. Some Dark Souls game, very big. On Orlando. I'll check it out. Are you planning on modelling the interiors as well, or just the outside walls? Oh, whoa, we're going full bore. Right, let's get some dimensions down. Now, I want this to be a 6 foot by, by 4 foot table. Okay? So, 12 inches, yeah. Can't realistically draw to 12, so if we go 1.5 inches per foot, that should mean 6 foot is 9 inches. Yeah, which is easily doable. Which actually works really well, because it's pretty much this line here to this line here. Now, okay, so put 2 marks down. Now I'm going to go down, and I want to put my feet markers in, so I know where the 2 foot sections are. I think she's done centimetres and inches on this. She's a good. And then one there. Come along. One there. And obviously, so next I need to draw the line without screwing this up. Now I'm doing it in pen. One, because it'll show nice and clearly for you guys, I'm hoping. And 2, because when I actually design my castle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to design it with a pencil. That means as we change our minds, if they've nicked my bloody rubber, I'm going to kill them. I swear down, if they've nicked my rubber, I'm going to kill them. Right. Okay, so 4 foot down would be 1.5 inches would be 6 inches. So mark there. 1.5 inches. 2 foot mark. 1.5 inches. Okay, across to here. Mark there. Half. Would have been a lot easier with graph paper, wouldn't it? If only I had some graph paper. I mean, you would have thought someone like me would have had it in his drawer, along with like drawing tools, like rulers. Now I'm starting to debate whether there's even a pencil in there. Right, bottom line. But we soldier on. Okay. Now we need to mark this one down for these bottom lines, don't we? So, one there, half there, one there, half there, one there, one there. Join these lines up. Yeah, that line up. And then I need to draw these. Now the plan is when I build the board, it's going to be in 2 foot by 4 foot. Oh bloody hell! Already I've screwed it. 3 2 foot by 4 foot sections. Yeah, much like my D-Day board. So those are our sections. Okay? 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, 2 foot by 4 foot. Yeah. Right. Mel's in deep planning mode. Mel, do what I had to do. Get a lock and lock it so the kids don't pinch it. I'm going to have to, guys. I don't mind the kids, raiding.
Come in here because Jess is coming, you'll be barking.
Yeah. Yeah, by any chance, would there be a pencil in the house? Do you think the chances of that are? Right. Pencil, pencil, pencil. No blade. Oh, I've got a rubber. Right. We can fix this.
I shall go and check in the girls' room.
It's alright, I've got this, and I've got my Leatherman. Thank you. Right. If only your kids haven't got their first puts on Gollum voice. Thievesy, tricksy little thieves. And they're very true. Very true. Whatever you do, don't make it like Castle Grayskull. Why not? Castle Grayskull was awesome. So is this castle going to be for wargaming or dungeon crawling? Wargaming. Skirmish wargaming.
Yeah.
What's that? Just to take the first chunk out. Thank you.
Come on in here.
I think this is going to give me a wonky pencil. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that's a wonky pencil, but it's a pencil. It's got a point. We can win. Right. Right, throw that on there. Why not raid the kids' stash? No, I can't raid the kids' stash. The reason being is that the kids, okay, staying at Nanny's tonight, and they have their school bags, which will have my stuff in them. Yeah, but we're good. We've got a ruler. We've got a pencil. I'm the 100th viewer. Did I win anything? 114 watching right now, dude. Evening terrainiacs, Ale Grawley. Gosh darn it, Mal, I have pencils, erasers, rulers sitting right next to me. So I so want to just package it all up and send it to you. I'll nip into town. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'll nip into town. I'm just going to nip into one of those cheap stationery places, get all my essentials, yeah, and then I'm going to hide them. That's the only thing I can do. Hey, Tim. Yeah? If it comes with a brew. Milk chocolate, please. Right. So, we're good. We're back to the map. Yeah. So, as I was saying, I've got three boards. Yeah, 2 foot by 4 foot. They're going to be battened. Okay. They're going to have to be boarded round the edge because I'm expecting a deep pour on this, at least a couple of inches. Okay. Deep pour? What's Mel talking about? Water. Yeah. Oh, septic? Oh, yeah. Look at the size of that. Where do you start? Which end? I'm not doing this, no. One sec. Hold on. There was no way I was letting screenshots of that go out loose wide on the web. Yes. In fact, I'd say 10 inches. Right. Let's get back to our castle, eh? Okay, so I am just going to carry on eating it, but I'll go to desk cam so it's not massive on your screens. Right. Now, my idea for this was this idea of a castle nesting on a set of cliffs, yeah, around a port, around here. But I wanted waterfalls, I wanted baileys, I wanted perhaps a fortified town and a port. But one of the biggest challenges when it comes to actually going from what you see in your mind's idea, the fantasy of the build, yeah, to the practical reality of what can you fit on the table. God's sake, no. Anthony, I'm not replying to that comment. And don't you dare propose that to my wife. You start in the middle. Mini Jenga for $1 treat. Nice. I don't think she got it from Morrison's. I think she got it from one of the polo shops down the road. As Gandalf said, keep it secretly and keep it safe. Stationary is less dangerous than the rings. Yeah. Oh, dude. Right. So, we're talking about this idea where what can I realistically fit on the table? And this is the crunch time for me. This is the first time I've ever drawn a scale out of what I want to do, yeah, and start to plan things out. And it's quite challenging because I know as I lay things out, bits of the fantasy are going to have to change, you know, because realistically I can't do them because of space. So it's a good way of working out, well, actually, oh God, here we go.
Get ready.
Right. Friends come round, so the dog's excited. But anyway, it's the moment when I actually figure out, well, what can I fit onto this? So, what do we want? Well, I want a large keep, okay, or a donjon. Now, I figure if we put it up in this corner, yeah, maybe put a tower off there. I think that's going to have to move already. But that would give us our keep here. Now what I'm thinking is that would give us access to the back of the keep via this table edge. So I could make it playable. Now, a heavy element of this is, where is it? Is it's based on a mountain cliff. So, where does the mountain go? Would we say We want the mountain along here somewhere. With the castle built into it in some way. That's possible. You see, what I want is I want a waterfall between the fortified town and the whatchamacallit. That doesn't make that keep very big at all. See, this is where the dream's falling apart. Okay, let's rein this back. Now, we know we've got 2 foot here. We could put the waterfall at this end. Okay, so if we were to say, right, okay, well, let's put a tower there. We'll have the rock face along here some way. Yeah. We'll put the outer wall along here. We could then extend that along here, perhaps. You git. It's a struggle, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Waterfall cascading down, forming the moat for the drawbridge to cross. Something along those lines, yeah. Just needs more people for a big skirmish game. Yeah, that'd be good. You git. I'm not winning today, am I? I'm really not winning. I'll give it one more go. All I got? Barely. Come on, bit more. Don't break on me. Please don't break on me. Right. Useless. Great. Right, I've got another one. Let's try this one. Don't go chasing waterfalls, Mel. Stick to the rivers and lakes you're used to. That's why I live by mechanical pencils. Well, believe it or not, I did have a couple of those. They have absolutely done me out of everything. Oh, for God's sake. That'll do. Right. Let's get back to it. So, the idea was I wanted a waterfall coming down here. Okay. So, realistically, we're going to need at least, I'd say, what, 6, 8 inches to fit in a waterfall? We could fit it, I reckon, into that. I mean, how big's the tower going to be, realistically? You're going to want probably 3 inches on the inside, half an inch all round. That would be 4 inches. So, yeah, that would be realistic. Sort of 4 inches for the tower, roughly. Yeah, and then 8 inches for the waterfall, which would mean we could put another tower there. Now, at the minute, I am just getting basic ideas down. Things may change, structures may change. I'm trying to figure out what will actually fit on the board. Okay, so these towers, we're going to be looking once again about 3. Yeah, and then we've got the waterfall here. So that could be rock, and then the rock could come off this way. The waterfall's here. So that works. Right. Don't actually like that. I'd like to sort of extend that round a bit. So what we could do is sort of move this up towards here. Move. Well, yeah, I think I'm already going to have to sacrifice a major element of it. But 2 foot with the castle, we need a decent sized courtyard. Yeah, so if we, if we, instead of whacking the towers in, let's just get the basic footprints down. Yeah, because I'm confusing myself with the towers. Because I'm just putting random towers down to get an idea, and then it's not looking what I think I want it to look like. So, let's instead, yeah, move the waterfall to about here. Yeah. Put our structure so our castle takes that sort of footprint. Okay, now what I'm thinking is, yeah, before it was quite narrow like a little chute. If I open it out, yeah, it'll be more visible and you'll be able to see more of the details around that area. Now obviously, that extends this courtyard. That rock face is obviously going to come along here. It would make it look cool with what you call it, say, a couple of towers. Now that does put a dividing line straight through the middle of the courtyard, which isn't ideal, but it is doable. So if we bring this, we put that one there, that tower there, we can then extend this way. Oh, sorry guys. I have a munch. Right. Freehand is fun, but seeing the size of the tower, I know. Anthony, yeah, very bad. Now leave room for a station building. You lot are rude. Right, so we could extend that more that way, which would give us more of a, what you call it, of a courtyard, wouldn't it? And that would give us our rock face there. It certainly allows us to move the keep perhaps a bit differently. Build it up a bit. Obviously we're going to need some sort of crossing across the waterfall. So come round to this side. Yeah. Now my original idea was town, fortified bailey, main bailey with the keep in. Oh, pardon me. Now I'm realising I'm not going to be able to get away with that. And I think what we need to start looking at is more of a fortified town. Maybe. Coming down, tower there. And then it would come across here technically. And then what I wanted was the port down here somewhere. But the port's going to have to come on much further back. So, right now what we're looking at, yeah, a plateau, yeah, with a wall on the top of it, with a keep there, the waterfall there, the gap across, yeah, then the start of a fortified town here, with a port here. And already, yeah, I can say quite clearly, yeah, that my dream is starting to fall apart. Yeah, what I envisaged and what I can realistically get away with, they're two different things. You tell them. Right, did it. Hasty prepared defence, ruined defence. I'm not starting the castle build anytime in the next month or two. I'm just working out the details, you know what I mean? So what would it look like? That's about a 2 foot square, so we'd have about a 2 foot square plateau with a keep at the back. Yeah. The wall would be on that bit and it would be there with the waterfall falling down. It'd come more round like that, I think. So if we move that. Let me bring in the towers along here somewhere. That will give us 2. Need to move. Could it move? Could this move this way? So if this was to move this way, that would bring that flatter. Yeah, that at the same time would bring that closer to here, more angled to there. Yeah, which would bring that more round to there. That would give us a lot more room for the bailey, the keep around here. So the keep would could extend out somewhere much larger along here. Or we could frame it against there a lot easier. Yeah, that would, as I said, that would pull. Oh, right. Look out, it's Darth Mel. Sorry, guys. When I design things, yeah, like I say, I have this vision, yeah, and it's easy starting putting things down on paper and saying, no, that needs to fit there, but you can very much end up with this situation where you design something you don't want to build. Yeah, your designs look down and functionally they're right, but, you know, when you put them together, when you actually start constructing it, it's not going to look right. And so I have to sit back and I have to imagine where it would go and what's the best way to move things. I think I need to go a lot simpler than this and start really thinking about the basic concept, because I'm already getting mired in detail. Oh, Diggy, really? Mel, is this the idea of fort going to be surrounded by wooden stakes, or will it be original castle made from rocks? Yeah, we're thinking medieval. You know, Mordheim, yeah. Really, you guys. So,
Just say hi to Mila and then. Oh,
hi Mila, go.
Down. Oh, she wants to lie down on his bed. Really?
Mila, come here.
She can't get a grip.
Have you seen this thing? Dobby wants a sock. It's a schizo dog. One of our friends has called round and it brought Mila the schizo dog.
Ozzy's girlfriend.
Ozzy's girlfriend. No. Yeah, you're gonna calm down,
Who looks like a little lion.
or I'm gonna have to feed you to Oz.
He loves her.
Look, the only reason she's still alive is because he knows she's part of the family and therefore he can't kill her. Yeah, given the choice, he would quite happily eat her and put himself out of his misery. She bugs him like crazy. She dances in his face.
Keeps him young.
Go on, me.
Come here. Come here, little.
Oh, you shit!
She peed on you.
Right, we'll be taking a 5-minute break while Malgo changes his trousers and wipes his bloody seat down. Yeah? And before I leave you, I'll just very quickly say, if you'd like to support the stream and, you know, cheer me up a bit, because, I mean, let's be honest, the dog's just peed on me. Yeah, PayPal links down in the description. It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? You can already tell. Everything. Thanks, Kilroy. Oh, can't believe that. On a live show of all things, you know what I mean? Alright, let's take this back a bit. Because I'm not seeing this. It's not looking right in my mind's eye. I don't know if that's because I've approached the task and I'm frustrated because I haven't got the pencils, I haven't got the graph paper, and it's perhaps put me in the wrong frame of mind for it. Because I mean, that can happen. You know, unfortunately this is a creative task, and if your mind isn't in a creative manner, and my mind's been all over the place lately, then you're gonna struggle, and it's gonna So I'm gonna take this back. I'm gonna play with the idea of land masses and shape, and get an idea of what room I've got to play with. See, this is why I put the down in pen. You have to do a lot of rubbing out. I have been doing thatching today. I've been doing you a thatching video. It's been good to be in the studio. But as I said, everything was literally like, I can't do this, and if I show you this, you'll know what's going on. Right. Mel, when old school fantasy was still a thing, did you ever do battlefields? If you did you post them on here? Oh, no. I was what? I think I gave up on fantasy when I was about 18. Thanks, Max. How to create realistic water effects on denim. Yes, Gary, thanks for that. Thanks for that, dude. So, back to it. How am I going to fit this all on? Where am I going to put things? See, I have this idea. Okay, if I just pull up a different sheet. I have this idea of this cove. Okay, and it's broken. It's a broken cove because there's a waterfall here. Now that would have to be much further back on the cove, wouldn't it? Because on this cove there sits a castle, and we'll just put castle. You know what I mean? I know it's going to be in a different bloody place, but yeah. And there was this idea of, there was the waterfall, and then there was some sort of town keep here. I came round and somehow came down to a port. And there was a rock face along the back here. So, that was the basic idea of the structure. Okay? The idea of this bailey with a keep in it, set alone, separated by a waterfall from a fortified town. Yeah, that also had a port element in it. Yeah, the important thing was it needed this cove idea because I want to do water effects. So I could pull that round a bit more there Make it like that. Because we still have the water here. Put the waterfall in there. The town. Town could rotate perhaps off that way. On that angle. It's always nice to sort of set things at an angle rather than front on. When you align your sort of everything to the edges, so that the lines on the rocky hill terrain sort of align with the edges of the table edge, it becomes unrealistic. And calm down, dude. Thanks, Jared. So yeah, we could pull that to there. See, one of the ideas that I had was this idea of these two rocky spurs coming out from the mountain with a waterfall between them. Yeah? So how would I incorporate those in? I could bring those to there. Bring them to, say, there. See, I would have to move the keep down to this side, because obviously this is all going to be rocks here, isn't it? That could work. Could work. That would be too aligned. That would have to go more like that. See, I wanted the towers and the gates between to be built into this rock structure. And that's doable. I'll have to have a look at it, but it is doable. We could angle that rock back that way. Yeah, if we did it like that. Then that would bring us a keep into there, and then we could build the keep into that side again. That could work. Have fun, Atoll. Dodge the bullets, dude. So, if we were to put the keep somewhere here. The town could come down here. Do you know what? It's really weird. Yeah? The more I draw on the paper, the more I lose sight of what I'm trying to do. Yeah? And I'm more tempted to actually stand with a marker pen on a 6 foot by 4 foot piece of board, because I'm really struggling to see this. We're going to need a bigger eraser. We certainly are. We certainly are, people. Oh, we've had PayPals. I better jump on those. I'll jump on those in a second, guys. Yeah. Alright, I'll jump on those in just a second. So in an hour he's drawn the letter H. Yeah, I have. See, this could work, this idea. But I think it needs to be kilted. I mean, throwing this one out to you lot. How do you plan your big builds? Do you do them on paper? Do you do them on computer? Are you just a wing it person? See, Bill's saying cut out shapes of paper and lay them in full scale on a 4x6 table. See, I use cardboard quite often for that, and that does work. You know what I mean? And I like that because you can visually see and actually see how big things are. I like doing my planet on newsprint with something messy so I can throw it out if things don't turn right. So literally scrap from the start. So, you know, right, I'm just And I suppose there's no pressure on you from that point of view of getting it right. Because it's all scrap until you get a rough layout that you like, and then you transpose that to something better. Look up Dwarf Fort art. There's some very similar pics of what you're trying. Inspiration? Okay, I will do. Dwarf Fort art. SketchUp 3D model, physical model, mock-ups with odds and ends, 3D printing. I do it in 2D and 3D in 3D Studio Max and Photoshop. See, I envy people with those sort of skills. I've never been taught them, you know what I mean, and that sort of stuff. So it's just such a huge learning curve to actually learn how to plan and design in those things. I draw a picture roughly from a perspective, then top down. So you start off with the image and then sort of translate it onto a map. Paper first, then I use a CAD program of some sort, then paper again, then paper, then computer, then paper, then cardboard, then paper. I know that, without the computer. I look at the train shooters videos for all the answers. Well, Mel doesn't always have all the answers. Mel does struggle. At the end of the day, do you know what? I turned round, and when I started talking about this castle build, I said I wanted to create a project that challenged me and frustrated me. I barely got it drawn. This is going to be a challenging project for me. Insane's not built anything yet. Max uses cardboard templates. Last board I did was right onto the board I was going to use, 4 foot. I do that a lot. But then again, you know, I reshape and I often have to go back. Mark's doing I look at a lot of artwork, get inspiration, basic sketches on paper, and after I just have an image ahead and want to make and wing it from there. You see, I do a lot of winging. 2D drawings on a table to give you a good idea of space needed. I like that, Ocular. Basic 3D modelling is kind of easy with the right program. It is, if you know how to do it. Yep, castles, they are built around the landscape. Google for inspiration. Castle Waldeck in Germany looks over the Eder Dam. Porchester Castle. Big build, I have to do a mock-up using boxes till I get the feel. Yeah, I get that. I get what you mean by that. You're married to a tattoo artist, why are you drawing it yourself? Because if I don't draw it myself and Kez draws it, it won't be my castle. Kez will have ideas and she'll draw them in, and if I don't do them, there will be discussions. Of why I didn't do her ideas. Which is why I'm doing my own ideas. Wish granted? Yeah, I did get what I was asking for. Have you ever considered using some liquid courage to lower your inhibitions? I'm not getting drunk on stream, dude. Well, we're all wishing you rotten luck, Mel. Well, it is. I can start to see it. Yeah. I just think I can't see it on a bit of paper right now. I need to be in front of a 6x4. Yeah, so I can physically imagine the shape of it. And once I've got the rough shape of it and where things are going to go, then I can jump to the paper. Because once the big lines are done, you know what I mean? Yeah, that would fit there, and I don't think that'll look right there. Once I've got those things done, then I can get down, I can nail down the detail and all that sort of stuff. But then I took classes in this, and paper and pencil is sadly the only way to go, Mel. You have to start from the paper and the pencil to get an idea in mind and work from there. I think I'm going to go 6x4. We'll throw some designs up for you on the Facebook page so you can see how you've done and give them help, buddy. Alright then. I imagine what I want to realise. I'm too incompetent and go back to regular models. Mock up of boxes and something for size and place. Yeah. References for castle stuff from D&D. You might want to start drawing the terrain. Castles were built using the terrain to their advantage. I hear what you're saying, Bill, but at the same time, from sort of an artistic point of view, I need to make sure that there's certain elements and certain things on this build. Yeah, which means I need to make the terrain fit the model requirements. Yeah, rather than just design the terrain and seeing how I can build on it and all that sort of stuff. He isn't Jenny. No, I'm not Jenny. Daniel's had a few beers. Later, Pagan. Maybe start smaller and work outward. I'm not sure. Okay, it's the vision of it that's the challenge. How is it going to work? Where's the mountain going to be? Mal can't draw fish. That's one of the other problems. I can't draw. Oh yeah, PayPals. Gotta do those before I get in trouble. This is distracting me. Right, very quickly. We've had a couple. Yeah? So, let me just get the Stream Heroes. Now, as always, if you throw me a couple of nuggets during a live show and make me smile, yeah, you get your name on the screen and we get very happy. And if we get up to big numbers, then I'll do silly little dances. I think Mel's made a prat of himself as enough tonight, to be perfectly honest. Right, so... From James Brown, get yourself a mechanical pencil, buddy. He sent a couple of nuggets. Yeah, so, James B, let's get you on the screen, mate. Thank you, buddy. And yes, your money will go in buying me a mechanical pencil. Next up, we've got Dan. Looking forward to seeing the masterpiece. Are you going to make video logs on this project? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. He sent a couple of nuggets as well, what you call it. And yours is going to go on graph paper, mate. Yeah. So there we have it. Oh, someone else has just sent something. I think. Okay, well, we've managed to sort graph paper. We've managed to sort a mechanical pencil. And now with, what you call it, with 20 euros from Aurelian B, I think I've sorted the rest of the stationery. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Aurelian. Right. Now, you're going to have to tell me if I'm pronouncing that name right. In fact, I need to know if I'm pronouncing that name right. Give me a second. Oh, come on. There's no way that's going to give me a watch cut. Pronounce. You git. I'm going to have to go with Aurelian. Right, back to it. So. Aurelian? I don't know, but thank you. There we go. Right. Yeah, no, Anthony. He's not building Devil's Tower. You know, this work thing keeps screwing with my meld time. It's very annoying. Oh, unlucky Brian. Artists will always have my respect. I'm in the same boat, Mal. I'm a shit drawer. It's weird because I came to modelling, you know what I mean, to scenic modelling, and I have skills in that area, and I've done it enough that, yeah, I've got a certain amount of artistic, you know, to it. But when it comes to all the allied things like the design and all the other stuff that, you know, because I can do something arty with like scenic model making, everyone thinks I can do. It's like I'm completely useless. There we go. All good. All caught up. Right. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to watch call it. I think genuinely I'm going to have to sit down in the studio and actually work out what it's going to look like. I work in 3D, you know what I mean? I see it in my brain. And I really struggle getting it down onto paper. Can you do a tutorial on medieval houses, please? Yeah, we can do that. Jace isn't here, so someone needs to start blasting it, Mel. Sorry. It's alright, Duck. You go for it, Larissa. You blast away. Start with a list of components wanted, then some sketches showing front, side and rear elevations, and tick off any components included. I can see that. Do a list of all the features. I should actually nail those down. Sometimes a change of subject will give you a eureka moment. It's really challenging because, like I say, I can see it in my mind's eye of what I want to do. Yeah? But realistically, I don't know how getting it down. I need to be in front of a 6x4 because I can see it in my mind's eye. But the moment it comes to putting it down on paper, my drawing skills screw me up. So what I need to do is sort of envisage it on a 6x4 and get some rough idea of where the lines are, the features. Do you ever start with a top-down view? That's how I normally start when I'm sketching ideas out. But this needs to be right, because this is so crammed, and because it's so it needs to have so many features and look right from the get-go, and there's not much margin for error on this project. I'm really struggling now. Normally, like with my D-Day board, my D-Day board, my Frostgrave boards, and all those sort of things, I've always been able to sketch rough things down and get a rough idea, because I think the pressure wasn't so high on those. There was room for manoeuvre on the boards to change things up and that sort of stuff. And now we're in this situation where there's very little room for manoeuvre, and it's got to look right. Are you doing any Star Wars Legion scenery? No, I haven't got the game, mate. Get the Lego out, Mel. Reference photos of castles to inspire you. It's not the inspiration of the castle. I know what I want to build. It's translating that image into a viable plan for a 6x4 that I'm struggling with. I really like your videos with different game mats. Will you do something like that with MDF kits and companies? It'd be a bit of a struggle to do something like that. Mats are pretty easy to do a comparison vid on. When you get to products like MDF and stuff like that, okay, there's a couple that are doing pre-painted and that sort of stuff. Lots of companies are just doing bare, simple MDF stuff. There's a few that are composite with resin and acrylics. Also, I think that industry changes a lot. So, I don't know how current it would stay. Bye-bye, Gary. If you got something, email me. Email me away. So I think I need to get in front of a 6x4, to be truthful. Because I can't envisage it. You know what I mean? Maybe saying out loud the parts and of how you want to lay it out might help. I know how I want to lay it out. I just need to convert that into a 6-foot by 4-foot plan, and it's got to look right. That's the key thing, the actual look of the mountains and how the castle sits on them. And I've got to balance that against the playability of making sure there's enough room to actually be able to play on it. Oh, I wish I could draw. Make a mock-up with printer paper. Like I say, I think the best thing for me to do is get in front of a 6x4, guys. That's the way I work. I mean, I know we've gone through a load of different ideas, and I know I can plan things because I've built tables and stuff like that. But when I think back about them, the times when I design my tables have always been mainly when I've been standing over them, because I'm a very wing it guy. But that's the way actually my brain works. Every time I go to drawing plans, they're very simplistic. Just wing the castle. Is this a commission, I assume? No, it's just a project. It's a project for me. How do you figure out a price if you're charging someone commission? My friend wanted me to build some terrain for him. First off, if you're not trying to make a living from it, figure out how much you want. put a price on it, what you'd be happy for that terrain to go for. Yeah, if you want to make a living from it and you want to make it be viable, then you need to pick, you know, your price per hour. And then it's hours times materials plus packing and admin. So yeah, I did say this project was going to stump me. And it has, hasn't it? How did the D-Day board get planned? Surely a rinse and repeat job would be best with specific alterations for gameplay for Mordheim. Mordheim? Right, Dabba. The D-Day board got planned, and then it got half built, then I trashed it again because it wasn't right. Yeah, which is down to this planning malarkey. I don't have that flexibility with this build, and it can't be a rehash of the D-Day board, because that's not what it's about. Yeah. Mel's going to struggle with this, I think. Right, I'm going to call it tonight because my brain is fried. That's frustrated me. The dog's peed on me. I've run out of an eclair. I need a wee. And not right in the right, what do you call it? Right headspace. You know, I can't see this in. It's just making me more and more frustrated. Tomorrow I need to get in front of the 6x4 and really lay it out of where things can go. There's this guy who calls himself the terrain tutor, who has some really good videos about making basic papier-mâché terrain. So, Masterpiece 1, Mel 0. I will be back. I am going to beat you. Right. When's the next video? Should be out Tuesday. Right. I will catch you on the Sunday nighter if I don't see you before. Listen, thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Thanks for enjoying my frustrations, because it's been a frustrating night. Yeah. And I'll see you soon, yeah? All the best. Ta-da.